Welcome to Cinema Gulp. I'm Ben.
And this is John.
And this is our Gulp review of Mother. If you ever wanted to know what a Darren Aronofsky comedy might look like, Mother is the closest thing you may ever get to it. In his first student film since his days in film school, J-Law stars as Javier Bardem's illegitimate daughter, or wife, or something. This movie sucks. John, what did you think of Mother?
To be honest, I think I'd rather give birth through the tip of my penis than have to watch this again. This was the worst movie of the year, hands down. I can't believe what we just had to sit through. It was such an excruciating movie-going experience for me. Couldn't tell you what the fuck this movie's trying to be. It certainly seems like it's trying to have shades of Rosemary's Baby. There's a lot of that going on in the movie, but it doesn't add up to anything by the end of the movie, in my opinion. I hated this movie. That's what I thought of it.
Rosemary's Baby is one of my favorite all-time films made by one of my all-time favorite directors that completely wraps up itself so perfectly, like those old fire and brimstone type of poems that always had a deal with the devil as kind of the mark of the story. This seemed like it was potentially going in that direction, but who the fuck knows, because this movie sucks. The opening shot of this movie with Jennifer Lawrence sort of showing through her see-through nightie might have been the best part of the movie. Darren Aronofsky is someone who I seek out when he's making something new. I was interested in this because of Jennifer Lawrence. I wanted to see her re-energize herself after some little bit of Jennifer, or little J-Law overload I think people were having. And for her part, I think she was fine. I think she was good. I don't think she was bad. I don't think she was great.
Yeah, she played confused really well, as does everybody
well,
sitting
that's the
in
thing.
theater.
She played the average person going to sit in the theater to see this fucking movie.
There are a number of times where questions are asked of her in the film, and it feels like it's being asked directly to the audience, like, what the fuck's going on? Can we get out of here? Get these people out of here? When is this all going to be over with? I honestly, as an audience member, I felt like that's the questions I was asking the whole movie. When can I get out of this fucking movie?
Javier Bardem is such an amazing actor, and anyone could have played his part in this. He added absolutely nothing. His role in this movie was so just simple. I think they just wanted the name, or maybe he wanted to work with Aronofsky and Aronofsky wanted to work with him, but...
And then the other two main cast members in this movie, which we all really love, Ed Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer. Great actors, some interesting moments with those characters, but again, like everything else in this movie, it doesn't add up to anything. We don't know what the fuck was going on with those characters. They were pretty annoying to watch on screen. The personalities and the attitudes of everybody in this movie was grating to watch, in my opinion.
I lost my patience with this movie a half an hour in, but then I go back and I'm like, I think I lost it within the first 10 minutes. Okay, I get it. There's going to be a lot of strange, mysterious imagery, and then it may or may not pay off, but it'll be artsy, and Aronofsky, his fans will have his back because it was artsy. This movie's not shot well. His movies are usually very manically paced and edited, which I enjoy. I hated the editing in this movie.
This was shot very much like some of the way Black Swan is shot, but Black Swan works. The psychological aspect of that story, being inside Nina's head, the main character in that film, we never got to know what the fuck's going on inside the head of Jennifer Lawrence's character. So the claustrophobic framing and composure of these shots doesn't work in this film the way I think it worked in Black Swan. I think it had a purpose in that film, whereas in this one, it's just so overused, it was affecting me. I wanted to break out of this frame. We were just always stuck to the back of her head, the front of her face, these super close-ups, and it just wasn't helping tell the story in any way. I was constantly almost trying to look around the character to see more of this movie.
Comparing this movie to Black Swan is like comparing Godfather to Cop and a Half. You know, it literally is. Or like that. You're right. The thing about J-Law's performance, the problem with it, if you're going to solely commit to a character who the camera never, ever leaves. She's in every single shot. There's never a second where there's another character because they're trying to leave that ambiguity, like, what are these other characters? Nobody else has a breathing thought process except for her. I thought she gave a fine performance. I'm sure it's difficult to do stuff like that when the camera's all up in your grill the whole time. I think to the first time, to my knowledge, they showed some topless J-Law. And I was like, okay, and that scene was pretty brutal, even though I still don't know what what was happening in it.
Yeah, that seemed to get a little brutal. What the fuck?
It's
Why do we need
tasteless,
this?
man.
Yeah, it was really tasteless.
And you don't need to do that. And it's like,
if this is supposed to be a psychological horror movie to some degree, it was never scary. There was never tension that I was wrapped up in. Other than being confused and frustrated, the main emotion that you and I both got out of this movie was laughing at it, finding it ridiculous.
yeah, this movie was laughably weird and awkward. I mean, I love Michelle Pfeiffer. I love Ed Harris. I love all four of the main characters. But yeah, this movie sucks.
This is really the worst thing he's ever done. As you said, it's a student film at best.
It's a student film, and I was starting to believe that Aronofsky was a one-note director. He had style, occasionally he had substance. That's what I love about The Wrestler, is it finally brought, like, he has a movie with heart. He has a movie solely based on character over gimmick or over style. And this one was just, dude, empty on all levels.
It tried to have the story, it tried to have well-known great actors, but didn't give them any character.
Even when someone was walking in the house and they were tracking it, I'm like, God, this is what we did in film school. You can always tell a student film when the actor's not quite sure how to act naturally yet. You know, like they're just walking like an actor walks. They're not walking like a normal person. And everyone that's walking in this movie, even seasoned 50-year vets like Ed Harris, just seem like they were in a student film doing a favor for somebody. This is a major wrong turn for an otherwise pretty awesome director who has his own style, has his own aesthetic, usually knows what he wants, and I think he pretty much has carte blanche to make whatever kind of films he wants to. I just can't believe he wanted to make this movie. I'm gonna give Mother a half a gulp.
I mean, that's fair because we respect the filmmaker. I almost feel like I should go there too and give it half a gulp. But I don't know what that half a gulp is for.
I don't know either.
I mean, I was so pissed off and frustrated while watching this.
I don't know either, man.
It should almost be a negative half a gulp. I'm giving it a 0. 0 gulps. I'm not willing to take a single sip on this fucking movie.
That was our review of Mother. Go out and see it in a student film festival near you. As always, if you like this review, you can click like and or subscribe to Cinema Gulp. Leave some comments down in the comments section below.
Please leave us comments about this movie. If you had to sit through it, we really want to know what you thought of it, if you were able to make any sense out of it, or how much you really hated it.
You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Cinema Gulp. Until next time.
This is John.
And this is Ben.
We suckle your cinema.
I drink it up!
I'm hungry, I'm dirty, I'm losing my mind, everything's fine! I'm freezing, I'm starving, I'm bleeding to death.